The eCom Seller Summit was created to prove that with the right tools and training, anyone and everyone can make money in e-commerce. So many people want to try their hand at e-commerce, selling on eBay, Amazon, Shopify, and more, but they're afraid they won't be successful. This summit will show you that there's many ways to do e-commerce, and there are many platforms you can explore, because e-commerce really has no limits. It really can pay your bills, and e-commerce never sleeps. There's nothing like waking up to profits from getting sales all night long. My name is Nicole Whitlock, and this is the eCom Seller Summit. Before we get started, please be sure to take notes. Today's eCom Seller Summit speaker is Dallas Gordon. Dallas is an eCom expert coach, marketing strategist, author, and speaker. Dallas launched her first successful Shopify store in July of 2004 and has since become a top producer and earner on Shopify, Amazon, eBay, and other online marketplaces. She specializes in teaching entrepreneurs how to increase traffic and sales and conversions in the online space. Dallas, thank you for sharing your knowledge with us today.
Hey guys, what is up? I am so excited to have been invited to the eCom Sellers Summit. My name is Coach Dallas Gordon. A big thank you to Nicole Whitlock for inviting me to participate in this wonderful summit. And a big thank you to all the other e-commerce rock stars that are going to be bringing that value to each and every one of you. So I am super, super excited to be talking on this topic today. So what I'm going to do, guys, is go ahead and share my screen, and we are going to get right into it. So let me share really quickly. So hopefully you guys can see my screen. And we are going to get into this thing. So I know that you guys came for the juice, you came for the value. Some of you out there are wanting to start your e-commerce businesses, and other of you have already started and you're looking for success strategies. Well, you have come to the right place. You've come and you've signed up for the right summit. And I'm really, really excited to be spending this time with you guys today. So we're going to be talking about 6 tips for selling success. So I'm going to be sharing with you some 6-figure Shopify secrets, guys, for the eCom Sellers Summit. So let's go ahead and move forward. So what will you learn today? So today you're going to learn about my 5 success secrets for scaling it big on Shopify. So how many of you are ready? Definitely drop me some comments, show me some reactions if you guys are ready to get started with these secrets in scaling your Shopify store to success. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. So just a quick snippet in here about me. In case some of you don't know me, my name is Dallas Gordon. Some call me Coach D. My business is eCom Cash Queen Marketing. Some people call me eCom Cash Queen. I'm an expert eCom coach, marketing strategist, an author, and a speaker. So a little bit about my story, guys, is that I started out some years ago and I was a payroll manager, and I had really climbed the social ladder. I had really climbed the ladder in my career, in my 9 to 5. And I was commuting about a whole hour from home to work. And I really thought I had my dream office with a view. I was really, really excited about being able to be in management and be in my position, until I looked around at the 4 corners of my office and realized that I wanted more freedom. You know, I didn't want to have to ask permission to go to the bathroom. I didn't want to have to ask permission to take longer lunch breaks. I didn't want to have to ask permission to be home with my children, guys. So I decided that I really yearned for more, and I really yearned for the entrepreneur lifestyle. And since childhood, I kind of failed forward and fast into multiple different businesses. And one day, or at work, you know, on work time, as most employees do, when they're on work time, they're doing other stuff. And I was tinkering around online, and I was an avid online shopper. And I kind of wondered what it would be like to be on the other side of that computer and actually be selling some of these items. So I started doing some research, and I started digging a little bit deeper and thinking maybe this is something that I can do. And that's kind of like where my journey started. So first of all, guys, over the years, I've built my business all the way from the ground up. Ever since, have become a top producer on platforms like Amazon, eBay, and Shopify, and any of those that you can think about. And over here on the left, pictured here with me, is my family. I'm a wife and mom of 3 beautiful children. And you see us all pictured here in Hershey Park on the left. So I've made a complete living with selling online for 10 plus years. I'm the CEO of eCom Cash Queen Marketing, as well as the Profit Freedom Tribe Academy, which is an online school in Inner Circle as well, okay? And I have produced multiple 6-figure earners on these platforms, okay? So you know everything about me if you didn't know me before, and we can move forward with this, okay? So let's go back. All right, so you may be asking a few questions today, and you may have came for a lot of different reasons. So some of you may be wondering, is Shopify even still lucrative? And these are some of the frequently asked questions, guys, that I get. Is Shopify even still lucrative? Can I make a living and change my life with Shopify? And is Shopify drop shipping dead? Well, I'm not going to answer any of those questions for you right now. I'm going to let you guys determine what the answers to these questions are. And I'm just going to give you my secrets today, guys. So are you ready? All right. So success secret number 1, guys, with your Shopify store is that appearance does matter. And a lot of you may have heard a lot of different opinions about whether or not the way that your Shopify store looks, the way that you present your business online, that it doesn't matter. But I'm here to tell you today, guys, that appearance absolutely positively does matter when it comes to selling online. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why. So just remember, guys, that the mindset of online shoppers, guys, is they think just like this. What they see is what they get. You have to realize that when people visit your business online or they visit your Shopify store, guys, they are not going to give you second chances. You have a few seconds, okay, to captivate the attention of a visitor or a looker or a viewer. You have only a few seconds to get that traffic coming into your store or website to get that attention. So customers really do believe what they see is what they get, because they're not going to have that time to look into you, to have a conversation with you as a store owner. Whatever they see is the experience that these shoppers are going to expect to get, guys. So if they see a store that's cluttered and unorganized, guess what? The average shopper is going to think that the buying process and the customer service is also going to be cluttered and unorganized. Okay, so I want you to really, really think about that with your store. So yes, it is true. And I have seen it happen. Ugly Shopify stores do sell. So you heard me say it, okay? There are plenty of stores that don't look the greatest out there. There are plenty of businesses. There are plenty of websites that don't have this aspect of their business together yet, guys. But I am here to coach you into this 6 figures or whatever amount that you want to make with your online store. And that's my job. And that's why I'm here. So I'm going to give you these tips that I have applied time and time again, and that my students have applied time and time again to get success. So yes, ugly Shopify stores do sell, but I have one question for you guys. Can you answer one question for me? Would you buy from you? So one of the biggest success secrets, okay, in order to scale your store all the way to the top, okay, no matter actually where you sell, is to put yourself in the shoes, in the mind of your customer. At some point or another, each and every one of us have been a customer, guys, okay? Every single one of us at some point has been a customer, has been an online shopper. So if you were in the shoes of your client and customer, would you buy from you? And I encourage every single person who wishes to succeed in this business to get out a pen and paper and take a note of all the things that you appreciate about the shopping experience when you shop at your favorite online stores. So if Amazon is your favorite place to shop, or if you have a specific boutique that you visited before and that's your favorite place to shop, or if Walmart is your favorite place to shop, what is it, guys, about that experience that you value so much? I want you to get out a pen and a paper And I want you to write down, what are those key things about the Amazon shopping experience that you love so much? I know for me, Amazon is my absolute favorite place to shop because number one, it's convenient. We are in the age, guys, of convenience. We are in the age of where things are more convenient for people. People want for things to be more convenient for them, and that drives them to shop certain places because of convenience. Amazon will wrap my gifts for me for a very low cost. They will deliver on time. I am an advocate of Amazon Prime. I love Amazon Prime. So it's a very smooth experience. It's very convenient. It's very quick. So smooth, quick, and convenient. Those are the three characteristics that I value about my shopping experience with my favorite online store. So what do I need to do, guys? I need to take and flip it and make sure that I'm providing that experience to my shoppers in my online store. So I want you guys to take some time to do the same thing. Get out a pad, get out a paper, or use your device and make a list of a couple of your favorite stores. And what are the areas? What are the things that they're offering you that you value? And make sure that you're actually offering those same things to your clients and customers. Like with me, I hate paying shipping. I value places that I can shop online where I don't have to pay extra shipping fees. So I make sure that in my online stores, this is something that I'm offering my customers. So if you really want to take your results up to the top, guys, you're going to have to really stand out this day and time in a saturated marketplace. It's okay. We can beat the saturation, but you have to do some things in order to stand out. So my question to you today is, would you buy from you? Okay, so moving on next, guys, here are some things that I really, really want you to consider. These are some questions that I want you to ask yourself about your store, your products, the experience that you're offering your clients and customers. Number one, what would make you stand out from other stores? Because there are lots of other small businesses just like yours. There are lots of other Shopify stores, WooCommerce stores, all kinds of different stores, WordPress stores. You know, there are all kinds of different ways to sell online. So my question to you is, what will make you stand out from some of those other stores? The next thing that I really want you to consider, guys, is why would someone shop with you versus a big box store? So we have these big box stores like what? Walmart, Target, some of these bigger stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot. There are all these stores out there that are huge. Okay, they're huge and they've already made their mark out there, guys. Okay, they've already built a ton of customer trust. So my question, guys, is why would someone shop with you versus a big box store? These are just some things that I want you to consider, and I want you to start brainstorming and writing these things down so that we can make sure that you're standing out in the marketplace. That's just the mindset needed to stand out in the marketplace. So 3 ways to improve the appearance of your store, guys. Of course, I want to leave you with a few ways that you can actually improve store appearance. So let's go over those things. Because like I said, guys, I'm going to remind you again that when someone visits your store, there's only a few seconds, okay, to captivate that person's attention, to capture that person's attention. There's only a few seconds to be able to do that. So what are some ways that we can make sure that we're making our stores attractive? What are some of the, and like I said, some of the questions that you should be asking yourself, okay, what does Walmart do? What is it about the way that Walmart looks that makes the shopping experience seamless, you know, for customers? Why do they like the site? Look at Amazon. Why do they like the site? What are some of the similarities, you know, on these stores, on these giants that make people feel comfortable? Of course, we know that they've already made their mark and they've built trust, but what really makes people comfortable on these sites? And if you start to study it, guys, you'll start to see some similarities. So number one is store branding. So a lot of people ask, well, if I'm selling the same stuff as 5 other stores that are similar to mine, what's going to make people want to buy from me? Of course, you want to go for unique products, different products, but some of your products will be the same that someone else may be carrying. So some of the things that would make your product stand out is store branding. You can give that customer such a personal touch and such a feel when they come to your store that is memorable, that they won't forget. So you can create that environment on your store by tweaking your branding, tweaking your colors and all of those things, tweaking your logo and things like that. What is your store about? What do you represent? Do you have a story? And I'm talking ahead of myself, but do you have a story that your customers can buy into when they visit that store? These are some things, guys, that you can really ask yourself. So the next one, guys, is apps that convert. Do you have applications? And one of the beautiful things, and some people ask me, what platform do you suggest I sell on? You know, if I'm going to go with an online platform to sell, which one do you suggest? You know, if I want to own my own store and run my own traffic and all that kind of stuff. And one of the ones that I suggest, of course, is going to be Shopify. That's because I've tested so many of them. And one of the things that I really, really love about Shopify, guys, is that they really do give you many of the tools that you need to succeed. And a lot of those tools and resources are completely free to you as a Shopify store owner. And one of the perks of being a Shopify store owner is access to many different free and paid apps. And when you add these applications to your store, it helps to tip people over into the cart. Not all of the apps are going to do that, but the high converting ones will. So a few of my favorites of these apps are like SalePop. SalesPop is a beaconing app, and it pops up the little notification on your store to let people know that people are buying. It kind of provides that social proof. It kind of provides that customers are shopping at your store, and that app is completely free. Another one I like that a lot of people don't talk about is called Nosto. And Nosto is awesome because I'm not sure about their plans now, but last time I checked, they mainly charge you when they are able to get a sale for you. So they have all these different strategies that they apply to your store, such as, you know, they give your customers like a personalized shopping experience. They refer products that, you know, other customers have often added to the cart. So they give a lot of recommendations, and these things are popping up all over your store. Okay. And when you earn sales out of their efforts on your storefront, that's when they will, take money from you. But they, from what I can remember, they don't take money from you before that. And I really love the app. It works well for getting sales into my stores, and I absolutely love the experience. Another one is talk.to. And that's another one I like because it's a free chat app. Now you can actually just put the messenger chat app on your store, and that way customers can message you directly on Facebook. But talk.to is another free app as well, one of my favorites, as to where you can just be chatting with customers on the go right from your cell phone. And that can convert a lot of sales when customers feel like they can contact you. It's safe. They can ask questions about products and processes right there, and you're right there to answer them. So the last one, guys, is to avoid clutter. If you do go out to Walmart, you do go out to Amazon and all these different stores, one thing that you will see in common, guys, is that there's a lot of white space on these sites. If you go to eBay, you're going to see there's a lot of white space on these sites. If you go to Office Depot, you're going to see that there's a lot of white space on these sites. Why is it being developed like this? It's being developed like this, guys, strategically. It's developed like this strategically because when you go and you shop online at these stores, they want you to have a very clear mind. They don't want you to get confused. They want for everything to be very, very organized, and the colors to be very attractive to you as a buyer. So clear open space, just having that white space in your store. It's a common theme across e-commerce stores to have clear images, clear white space. And I just want you guys to observe that and make sure that your site isn't cluttered. You want to make sure that your apps that you're putting on your store are not cluttering things up either, because it can really be a bad thing for people to make decisions, clear decisions to shop with you. Awesome. So how many of you are following along? How many of you are getting something so far from this? I really sure do hope so. Okay. And we're going to push forward. So I want to talk to you guys, and we're still inside of this secret, but I want to talk to you about 3 conversion boosters that you can apply today. Okay. To your store. And I'm moving some stuff around on my keyboard so I can see. So your first one, guys, is going to be easy contact. And I kind of talked about that because I always talk ahead of myself. When I talked about the talk.to app, It's very important that when someone comes to your store, they don't have to look to figure out how to contact you. It's really good that you put, your contact button above, right at eye level where people can see it, above the fold, where people can see it. You want to make sure that it's easy to contact you. And these days, it doesn't necessarily have to be a phone number. I think a phone number will give you that extra edge. And there are a lot of apps that you guys can use, like Google Voice and Viper and different apps that you guys can use to get calls where it's concealing your number if you need to. But you want to make sure that they can chat with you easily, reach you easily on the store, because that in itself will make customers feel safe when they don't know you from Adam, and help to boost your conversion rates. Another one, guys, is brand story. What is your brand story? And we touch a little bit on branding, but what is the story behind your branding? Because I know you've heard it before, especially when it comes to small businesses, is people don't buy from people, right? I mean, people don't buy from businesses. I'm sorry, they buy from people. People are motivated to shop small businesses that really do have a brand story. So what story are you telling, in your brand? What theme, is your store? What kind of theme, what kind of feeling, what kind of emotion goes behind your store? So let's just say you have a hunting store and, you stand for something that hunters would be attracted to. If you have a nurse store that caters to nurses and you want to attract nurses, what kind of brand story is going to be behind that? What are nurses passionate about? If you have a horse store, people who are in love with horses, people who own horses, people who race horses, what are people like that going to be passionate about? You want to make sure that you're telling that story throughout your store. You can tell that same story in product titles. You can and be fun, have fun with it. You can tell that story in your product descriptions and have fun with it. Okay, so what is your story? What is the story behind your brand? And are you telling that story, guys? Because stories do sell. Even with e-commerce and online selling, stories do sell. So also be home. And this is something that I tell my students and clients all the time. And I'm going to explain what that means. When someone comes and you invited someone to your house, so let's just say you were having a party, you send out all the invitations, you get everybody all excited about showing up at your house at a certain time. And let's say some of your people are coming from out of state or out of the country to come all the way to your house to celebrate with you. And then when they get there and they ring the doorbell and they are ready to party, nothing, because you're not home. Okay. So I want you to take that same scenario, that same example, and apply it to your online store. Because a lot of people are working hard to get people to their website, but when the traffic comes, they're not ready for that traffic. Things aren't working. Links aren't working. Your cart isn't working. So what would I say, guys? Test. Your load times are slow. Maybe your site is down, God forbid, but you're having major issues on the site and you aren't ready to handle the traffic that's coming to you. And remember, you only have a few seconds to capture, the attention of your visitors, but you're not ready when they come. So I would say always be home when visitors come. Test your processes, test your email list, test your store, test your checkout, test your load times. Make sure that everything is looking right from different devices. Talking ahead of myself again, but it's so important to make sure that you're home when visitors come. Make that last impression for that first few seconds so that they'll want to stick around and they'll want to come back and visit again. Okay, guys? So, are you ready for success secret number 2? Are you ready? Okay. So a store highly optimized for mobile conversions. Okay. I wanted to share this secret with you. And the secret is more important than some people would think. Did you know that 1/3 of online purchases happen, guys, from a smartphone? And these are recent statistics. The average person who places an order on your store, on an online store, is going to be doing it from the mobile phone. So do you know how many sales you could possibly be leaving on the table, guys, if your store is not optimized for mobile? I'm going to be honest with you. This is 2019. In any store that I visit online that isn't mobile optimized, I'm always on my phone. So if it isn't optimized, I'm just leaving. Not going to wonder why, not going to email customer service, Not going to ask any questions, guys. I'm just going to leave the store and I'm never going to come back. Matter of fact, in a few seconds, you're forgotten about. Because the average shopper today is busy with their smartphone. I mean, guys, I have my smartphone right here, right now, right next to me while I'm doing this presentation. So my phone is very dear to my heart. And a smartphone is very dear to most people this day and time. So if your store is not optimized to be able to handle visits from a mobile phone, guys, you're shooting yourself right in the foot. You're sabotaging your success. And that's what I said here as the first point. Not having a mobile-friendly store can sabotage your success. I mean, you can have the most beautiful store, the most highly converted store for desktop or laptop. But when that potential customer that's really ready to buy, they have credit card in hand and really need something now, you're robbing them from the experience of your beautiful store, your highly converting store, if the store isn't ready on mobile. So you want to make sure that those applications that you're downloading to your Shopify store work well on mobile phones and that your store design is mobile responsive. Because let me just tell you, and I'm starting over my words, guys, I'm sorry, but let me just tell you, you are stealing from your own pocket. You are sabotaging your own success when people visit your stores, your websites, whatever it is that you own online. And it is not ready for that visit because it is not optimized for a smartphone. So take a look at that, guys, okay? And if in doubt, like I said, test, guys. Test it out. Nothing is wrong with you going to your smartphone, visiting your own website, scrolling through everything, going through the checkout process. You can even run a test checkout just to make sure that things are looking good and working smoothly and that your apps also are mobile responsive. So important. So we're moving quickly through these secrets, guys. Let me know if you are picking up what I'm putting down. You're getting some great value here. Okay, so now we're moving on to success secret number 3. Ads aren't mandatory for success. And I have to whisper that secret, guys, because some of the other coaches out here might be mad at me for saying that. But I'm here to let you know today that ads are not just the one-all be-all. It's not just the stop, okay, for your success. Some people don't have the funds to invest in ads, and some people don't have the know-how to invest in ads. Well, they're not necessarily mandatory to succeed in this business, okay, guys? So let's talk a little bit more about that. Yes. So that some of you can feel a big relief. You can make a literal killing, okay? A massive amount online with other traffic sources, other traffic methods outside of like Facebook ads and things like that. Now, let me put it on the table. Facebook ads are extremely powerful if done correctly, and if you hit your sweet spot, they can work really, really well. I've used them. I've ran ads, Google ads, Pinterest ads, Facebook ads. I'm not afraid to run ads. I am an entrepreneur. I am a coach that does believe in ads, and I do run ads. But just to let some of you who are a little frustrated with your ads right now, there are other traffic strategies, and ads are not necessarily mandatory to succeed in this business. Okay, so here are some other winning traffic strategies that if you haven't thought about them, or maybe you have, that you guys, it's worth taking a look at some of these. So SEO and keywords. Okay, this is a really, really good strategy where you're optimizing those images. You're optimizing those descriptions. Search engine optimization, where you're looking at keywords. You're using your Google Keyword Planner, your Google search bar. There's also a great app called Keywords Everywhere. One of my favorite apps. It's free, and it can tell you what's being searched for, what the competition is, how much people are paying per click, and things like that. So if you sprinkle those keywords without being too spammy in your titles, on your images, in your descriptions, in your store name, and your overall store description, it does pay off. If you're sprinkling those things in your blog posts, guys, it does pay off and it does work. Okay. Optimize product descriptions and images is similar to what I just said, so I'm not going to repeat it again. Blogging is another way that still works, guys. Okay? Like when Google is scanning the internet, the World Wide Web, and it moves past your store because it's thinking about referring some traffic to someone who's searching for you, it's going to look and analyze whether or not you are a credible source. So blogging and educating your customers about your niche or about a specific product that you're offering on your store, teaching them how to use it, teaching them why this would be a good gift, teaching them about a specific topic within that niche is letting Google know that you're actually not just a fly-by-night store, but you're actually taking time to educate your customers about a topic, and they love that, and they will refer more traffic to you. Lots of sales that have come through my Shopify stores over the years have been from Google search engine. Okay, so don't overlook that because it's still very effective and it still does work, guys, if you work it. Okay, so underrated traffic sources, guys, such as Pinterest. Pinterest is one of my specialties, and I teach Pinterest. I have courses, and I'm very big on Pinterest. My number one free traffic source into my Shopify stores is Pinterest. Getting in the groove and getting building up the momentum and pinning items every day to Pinterest, guys. It can bring in big traffic to your online store, okay? Instagram influencers. Have you ever worked with influencers? It's a very effective strategy. It does not take ads. Some influencers will work with you for free, guys. Other influencers will charge you a little something to work with them. Some of them will take exchange for your product, to sample your product, to mention them to the audience. This is a great way to get sales, traffic, and follows on your social media accounts, and so much more. There are so many other options, guys, for driving traffic to your website outside of ads. So that's my next secret there. So secret number 4, are you ready? Are the 3 S's. Are the 3 S's. Are you ready to hear what those 3 S's are? Let's get into it, guys. The first S is to show your product in action. Anytime you can actually show a customer visually, because we live in a very visual world. Everyone wants to see, okay? So you want to make sure that your images are very stimulating to people visually. Are you showing your product in action? Are you showing, so let's just say you have, I don't know, a phone case. I saw a really hot phone case come up on my timeline the other day. So if you have a phone case, are you showing how that case would actually look on the phone? Are you showing a person actually holding the phone, using the phone? Are you showing videos of the case being turned or used? Let me tell you, it takes up your results when you do that. So instead of just posting a case alone on just a white background, like those white background photos are great for you to have them as one of or two of your photos. But what people really want to see is an actual person in action. It's something about them seeing that motivates them into action. Okay. Social proof. What are some ways that you can provide social proof on your store? You can ask customers to submit photos for a chance to be featured on your Instagram account. So anytime that you can show a customer wearing something, there are even apps that you can show in your review section, the customers actually taking their own pictures of the items and leaving reviews. Anytime you can get reviews from customers, that's great. Anytime you can show that you are on social and you are very social, that's great. Like some people will come to your store and they'll click through to your social media accounts to see whether or not you're active on them, guys. And when they see that you're not active on them, they may leave because they may think that you're some fly-by-night store. You're not serious. You're not even active on social media. So there are a lot of things like that you can put into motion so that you provide that social proof to customers. And the last S, guys, is that story sell. And I talked to you a little bit about that before. Are you telling stories in your product description? Does your brand have a story? Know that stories sell. And this literally works in any business. Like it works in my coaching business. It works in my stores. Take people along for the journey. Don't just say, hey, buy this product. It's great. Tell them a story to help them to imagine what this product is going to do for them. How is this product going to make life better if they buy this product? Don't be afraid to tell stories about your products. Okay, guys? So our very last secret for the day is the power of focus. Okay? It's the power of focus. And this is one that maybe some of you didn't expect me to share because it isn't technical. It isn't about images. It isn't about social media, but it's all about you. Because the only person, guys, that's getting in your way of being successful, not just with Shopify, but with e-commerce, with life, with online business or business in general, is you. You're the only way that can get in your own way. So the real six-figure success secret is you and your ability to focus on one thing at a time and scale it and master it, okay? So to talk to you a little about that, guys, here are some facts. Here are some hard, cold facts, and hopefully I don't step on any toes today, but these are some facts. Some people really do try to be everywhere all the time, guys, and that used to be me. I used to try to be the jack of all trades. I used to try to be doing everything. Okay, I'm one of those people that have a lot of talents. I could do a lot of things. So I was trying to do everything. And I know you've heard the saying that you can be the jack of all trades, but the master of none. So guys, today I'm saying, don't let that be you. You don't need starting out to have 50 businesses to make a lot of money, but you do need to have focus on lucrative ideas. So ask yourself, is this idea that I have a lucrative one? Can I possibly scale this? Can this be something that I can be successful at? And if the answer is yes, excuse me, guys, you're going to have to dedicate X amount of hours into becoming a master of that skill. A lot of people, too many people, are putting in 10 hours or less or 20 hours or less where they're trying something for 30 days barely. And they're not succeeding with it the way they want to. So they leave and they jump to the next thing. And it's just this cycle that happens over and over and over again of going from one thing to the next and never taking time to master and scale any one part of your business before adding another. Okay, some people jump at every new business opportunity. And like I said on the next line, for so many, e-commerce was just a fly-by-night business. Okay, just yet another phase. When I first got into Shopify, guys, everybody wanted to jump. I know it's a point in time where everybody, all the marketers, everybody wanted to jump on Shopify because it was the latest, greatest thing. And then when people found out the reality that, okay, this isn't what I thought. This isn't get rich quick overnight. I can't really make money overnight with this like I thought. It isn't as easy as I thought. I really have to gain a real skill to make this work. People were out of there. So a lot of people jump at every new business opportunity that's presented for them, guys. Try to buckle down to just a couple coaches, shadow them, and really learn the skill that it takes, okay, to scale your ideas, okay? This can absolutely be a lucrative business for those who focus, dedicate time and commitment to making it work. Focus, time, and commitment, guys. If you get dedicated to your ideas, you can be more absolute that they will succeed. You just have to put that time in and get dedicated. So if you start your store, and I would just suggest, guys, if you started your Shopify store, it didn't work for you, I want you to look at all these facts. I want you to really be honest with yourself and ask yourself, did I give up on myself too soon? Could I have given this a little more time? Did I expect someone else to do this for me? Did I expect this to work like magic? Did I really put in time and effort into learning this and actually taking action on what I learned? I want you guys to give this, if this is your avenue, if this is your vehicle to success, I want you to start your store and dedicate at least 90 days for adding and testing products, implementing marketing strategies consistently. And the key word is consistently, to seeing what exactly works, guys, okay? So give this a real true shot. Dedicate yourself, show up for yourself, get out there and make it happen. Once again, it's Coach D here. Thank you so much once again to Nicole Whitlock for having me here on the eCom Seller Summit. I hope that you guys got loads of value from this, guys. Feel free to follow me. Once again, it's Coach Dallas Gordon, eCom Cash Queen, everywhere online. And guys, I've got some awesome bonuses for you, free and some paid ones as well. Some awesome discounts for you guys. If you go over to grab, if you haven't already, your all access pass for the eCom Seller Summit, be sure to do that, guys, so that you can unlock your special bonuses. I have a free drop shipping guide and information about the Profit Freedom Tribe Academy and Inner Circle as well. So I want you guys to definitely jump over there and unlock those bonuses. Thanks again, guys. It has truly, truly, truly been a great pleasure being here with you guys. And thanks, guys. Have a blessed day. Bye.